Netherlands 6-month visa for seasonal workers. Fully sponsored. No experience needed. Hello friends. Welcome to another interesting video on my YouTube channel, MEK Migration, where I share important information that can help you move abroad. In today's video, I'm going to show you an easy way you can move to the Netherlands and work for 6 months as a seasonal worker. The Netherlands is fast becoming an attractive country to foreign workers who are interested in moving to Europe for work. In a bid to help tackle the labor shortage in their workforce, the Netherlands have introduced various flexible visas with low requirements to enable foreign workers gain easier entries into their country. An example of such visa is the 6-month residence work permit issued to seasonal workers. This visa is specifically for people who work in the agricultural sector, and they're being allowed to live and work in the Netherlands for a maximum of 6 months. When I came across this information, I thought it's an interesting way of moving to the Netherlands, which is why I decided to share this video with you. But before I continue, now would be a good time to subscribe to my channel and activate notifications, so you won't miss my next important videos where I talk about how you can move abroad for work, or study. That is, if you haven't yet subscribed to this interesting channel. Talking about this visa, I know some of you will be asking yourselves, after working for 6 months, what next? Well, as at the time of publishing this video, the government of Netherlands haven't said anything about creating a pathway that can help seasonal workers transition to full-time work visas, if they decide to permanently live in the Netherlands at the expiration of their contracts. However, if you're really interested in moving to Europe for work, then this is a very good start, because, if the employer decides to retain you for other jobs, they can contact the government and apply for a new work permit or extension on your behalf. Also, the work experience gained from the 6-month job can help you return to the Netherlands via another pathway, or get you hired by another employer who requires work experience. What I'm trying to say is, there's a high chance you can continue working in the Netherlands after 6 months, so, you never know. The most important thing is getting your first work experience in Europe. Oh, and did I mention that this visa is fully sponsored? Well, yes. The employer will pay the application cost, which is €207, and will also fully sponsor your relocation to the Netherlands. Another interesting thing is that, despite being a seasonal worker, you're allowed to come with your family to the Netherlands. This is really interesting, which is why I want you to see these information for yourselves. So, let's quickly head over to the Netherlands official website and go through the information together. First of all, who can apply for this Netherlands 6-month agricultural work visa? They've clearly stated that a residence permit for seasonal work is a combined work and residence permit, or single permit. It is only for workers who are nationals of a country outside the EU, EEA, or Switzerland. This means, this visa is not for you if you're from Switzerland, a European country, or a country in the European Economic Area, such as Norway, or Iceland. But if you're from continents such as Africa, or Asia, then this visa is for you. So, the information on this page applies to one of the following situations. 1. You wish to work for a Dutch company in the agriculture or horticulture sector for a maximum of 24 weeks. Please note that 24 weeks is equal to 6 months. 2. You are an employer in the agricultural or horticultural sector. You wish to hire a foreign worker to do seasonal work for your company for a maximum of 24 weeks. Yes. This is the part I love. Where the government of Netherlands clearly mentioned that your employer will sponsor you, and your family members, to the Netherlands. So, to the employer, sponsor or recognized sponsor. It says, if you are hiring a foreign worker, then you are the sponsor of that worker. As an employer, you can become a recognized sponsor. Recognized sponsors can easily and quickly apply for residence permits for employees and their family members. Employers do not have to become a recognized sponsor to hire seasonal workers. Becoming a recognized sponsor is completely voluntary. Wow! I love this. And you should be actively looking for ways to move to the Netherlands using this visa. Because, this is a great opportunity for foreign workers. Now, let's take a look at the requirements for a seasonal work visa. The following requirements also apply for the residence permit for seasonal work. 1. The worker will carry out seasonal work in the Netherlands for a maximum of 24 weeks. Remember I said 24 weeks is equal to 6 months. 2. The worker will earn sufficient income. You will have to check the income requirement for the specific figures. 3. The worker has not been in the Netherlands illegally in the 3 years prior to the application. 4. The employer is a company or organization established in the Netherlands, or the official Dutch branch of a foreign company. 5. The employer is registered in the Commercial Register of the Chamber of Commerce in the Netherlands. That is, if required by the Commercial Registers Act 2007. Asides these requirements, please note that there are some general requirements that apply to everyone who applies for a residence permit, and not just a seasonal work visa. So, what are these general requirements? 1. You have a valid passport or other travel document. A child may also be included in the passport of one of their parents. 2. You do not pose a danger to public order or national security. Everyone over the age of 12 must completely fill in an appendix antecedent certificate, and enclose it with the application. In this certificate, you indicate whether you have ever committed an offense or crime. 3. After you arrive in the Netherlands, you must take a tuberculosis test. However, you do not need to take a TB test in these situations. If you have the nationality of a country that is exempted from taking the test. If you already have a valid residence permit in the Netherlands and you are applying for a different residence permit. If you were born in the Netherlands and have always lived here. And lastly, if you took a TB test in the Netherlands less than 6 months ago. You can see here that the general requirements set by the government doesn't require any language test, such as IELTS, any particular work experience, and also doesn't require any specific level of education. You can work in the Netherlands as a seasonal worker without any work experience, or major education. It all depends on what your employer wants. Cost of application. The employer pays for the application. If the employer is a recognized sponsor, they can pay by direct debit. Otherwise, the IND will send a request to pay the application costs by letter. As I mentioned before, the application for a residence permit for seasonal work costs €207. There are other important information listed on this page, so I have dropped the link in the description area of this video so you can come over and read them all. After telling you about this 6-month seasonal work visa, I know the next information you're looking for is the Dutch companies that are currently hiring foreign workers in this visa category. I have been very busy lately, but will soon make out time as soon as possible to research and post a video about some of the hiring companies. However, before then, I suggest you search Google for this information and see if you can locate some of the companies. I'm sure you found this video informative, so kindly like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more information like this. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in my next video.